Chair of Global Connections for the Jewish Federation of Greater Metro West, New Jersey. And I'm delighted to share with you how this popular song relates to our new way of thinking about Israel, the Jewish world, and our own identity. Every federation is looking for better ways to connect their local community to the work they do in Israel and overseas. How can you excite people? How can you explain to people what it is you do in Israel and throughout the Jewish world? How can you inspire passion, ignite new energy, and engage more volunteers? Greater Metro West has always been a strong Zionistic federation with a long history of diverse and vibrant Israel and overseas programming. We have 7 different partnership communities throughout Israel, a sister community in Ukraine, and a delegation of 10 shlichim, emissaries from Israel, to enhance our local Israel engagement. Birthright, Diller Team Fellows, Partnership Together, Religious Pluralism, Youth Futures, Living Bridges, and on and on. These have been priorities in our federation for years. We're quite proud of this myriad of programs and activities. However, it also creates a challenge. When you do so much, it's sometimes difficult to articulate what it is that you do. Let me explain. Until recently, our Israel Center served as an umbrella for 8 different committees that made up the various aspects of our work. It was the Israel Program Center, Israel and Overseas Committee, Israel Arab Committee, Religious Pluralism Committee, and 2 Partnership Together committees. And of course, we all too often used acronyms. So there was IC, IPC, IOC, OC, IAC, RP, P2G. You get the picture. What does all this mean? It was confusing even to those on the inside. So we began a process to reformulate how we do what we do. Our first task was to figure out how to present a clear message to the community of the important work we do and our impact throughout the Jewish world. The second task was to streamline the operations of this structure. How do you take 8 full committees, hundreds of people, dozens of different programs, and then articulate what a federation does in Israel and around the world? Imagine the logistical nightmare of planning meetings for all of this. You all know what it's like trying to get just one date on the community calendar. A third challenge was that each of these separate committees functioned in its own silo. The members were primarily single-focused and concerned with their respective committee's agenda, and although genuinely passionate, didn't fully comprehend all of the bigger picture of all that we do. We recognized the need in our community to create a fresh, clear, meaningful, and powerful way of telling our story. The result is Global Connections. We based this new structure on the biblical verse from the Bible, from Genesis, chapter 28, verse 14, in which God says to Jacob in his dream, "You shall spread out to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. Ufaratzta, Yama, V'kedma, Zephona, V'negba." Would you like one to have the tune again? Yeah. We streamlined our 8 individual committees into 4 platforms, into which we consolidated all the interrelated realms of activities and programs with similar themes. Yama, we care for Jews around the world through our partnerships with the Joint Distribution Committee, the Jewish Agency, and World Org, and our overseas connections throughout the Jewish diaspora. Kedma, we support a vision of a shared society in Israel, based on the Jewish values of a Jewish democratic state, religious pluralism, peace, and security. Zephona, we live Israel in our Greater Metro West community, fostering local Israel engagement to connect the next generations. Negba, we partner in the Negev to strengthen and enhance continued growth and development in this desert region. These 4 platforms have given us a new direction, a clear path. Now we can explain our Federation's agenda in 4 simple words: Yama, Kedma, Safona, and Negba. Global Connections is the structural translation of Jewish peoplehood, the connection of Jewish communities throughout the world as one people. This is our destiny, and I know it's just the beginning. Thank you.